Okay, we're continuing in Likutay Moharan Tinyana Torah base. ועל זה שממשיכים קדושו של שבס ל-16 מהחול, על זה נסגלים אחדוס הפשוט יסברach. Now, we said before that the Shlim Lashon HaKodesh comes out through being Meir, the three Shemas of Kel, Elokim, and Havaya. They're Meir Emes into the four parts of Dibur, and that brings to Lashon HaKodesh, the Shlim Inyan of Lashon HaKodesh, and Inyan Lashon HaKodesh is directly connected to Shabbos. And we said that through this, we're mamshich, through this, the perfection of Lashon HaKodesh, we're mamshich the Kedusha Shabbos into the 6 days of the week. So, now we're continuing from there. Through the Shleimus Lashon HaKodesh, through this, the oneness of Hashem, the simple oneness of Hashem is revealed. Because during the 6 days of the week, are different actions. Each day is a different action. When Hashem created the world, He created different things on different days, many different things on many different days. Every day there was a different type of pula, a different type of action that Hashem took. Now it is utterly impossible for a human being to understand how a being who is one in every single way, shape, and form, which is Hashem, how he can do multiple things, because inherently it would be against his oneness, especially being that Hashem is oneness that was kol the whole world. Oneness in every way. It wouldn't be appropriate to ever say, apparently it would not be appropriate to ever say that multiple things come out of one, because the multipleness, the many aspects directly contradicts Hashem's oneness. That's how it would seem in our own mind, in human logic. But it's obviously not true. Hashem has the ability, even though He is absolutely one in every way, to do multiple things, to do different types of things, to do pulos mishtanos, many different types of pulos. It should be, since He is one, He should have one type of pula. He should have one type of expression. That would be logical. Pulos mishtanos haynu mshochim echad hapashut yisbarach v'yisamer. Ki b'seichel henoshi אי-אפשר להבין זאת. רק על ידי שבס שאנו זוכים שנתן לנו השם יתברך מתנה גדולה, כמו שאמר בספר זיכרון לברכה, מתנה טובה יש לי בייס גנזי ושבס שמע, על ידי זה נסגר האחדות הפשוט. However, through the mitzvah of Shabbos, through the inyan of Shabbos, through that we can understand Hashem's oneness. Hashem's oneness can be revealed to us through that, through Shabbos. Through Shabbos, that we were zochet, that Hashem gave us Shabbos, as the Rabbi said, Matana Tova Yeshli. The Rabbi said that, I think Hashem told us to Moshe Rabbeinu, that Matana Tova Yeshli Beveis Gnozai v'Shabbos Shema, that Hashem said to Moshe Rabbeinu, I think, that I have a good present, and that's hiding in my storehouses, in my treasure, and its name is Shabbos. And through Shabbos, Hashem's oneness is going to be revealed. Ki Shabbos mor al hamunas hayichud, because Shabbos shows that we believe in Hashem's oneness and Hashem's absoluteness. She'anu ma'aminim she'kol pulos mishtanos nimshachim me'echad hapashut yisbarach, that we believe that all the pulos, all the different pulos, all the different actions that were done on the 6 days of the week, actually came from a one God. God was actually one in every way, shape, and form, and even so, He can do different actions. He can act differently if He wants in different times to different people, or He can create different things in different places if He wants, and this is what He did when He created the world. So this actually can come about through oneness, even though this is something that we can't it's not humanly possible through human understanding to understand this. But on Shabbos we express this. We express our fact that we believe in the oneness of Hashem, and we show that we're trying. We say we're showing that Hashem is the creator of all the 6 days of the week, and He made. This is what we say in Kiddush many times. Ki sheishis min bara Hashem es hashamayim es haaretz. And many other places we say this. That then 6 days Hashem created the whole world. This is what we're trying to show on Shabbos. That Hashem created the world. V'Shabbos and Hashem rested on Shabbos. Nimtza Shabbos nizgar ma'achdus hapashut yisbarach, and it comes out therefore that through Shabbos the oneness of Hashem is revealed, because we're showing that Hashem is one, and still Hashem has the power, and He did create the 6 days of the week, and He created everything on the 6 days of the week. Now, this revelation of the oneness of Hashem is a very, very important and very precious item and topic, even to Hashem. As we found, when there's a argument in halacha, when there's one or a single opinion against many other rabbis, and many rabbis hold one way and a single opinion holds another way, halacha k'rabbim, the halacha follows, the law follows the many, the majority vote. Ki machmas shem rabbim, the reason is since they are one, shekol echad yesh bo deh meshuna, and each one of them has a different way of thinking. B'chinas pulos mishtanos, and this is compared to the concept of pulos mishtanos as many different actions. When they all agree to one opinion, comes out that the union of pulos mishtanos, the many different types of actions, many different things, where they they become one unity. It's very interesting. Just to go off topic a little bit, but just to bring an interesting point, I was just speaking to somebody, but I heard there was a government, and this is really the idea of democracy, that it's supposed to be that the people rule. So it used to be that we had kings, and again, I'm not saying specifically how the government should work, because I have no idea what the Torah's real shkaf is. I know there is an union of a king for sure, but still there is at least a concept of this idea of let's say democracy, where all of the people come together to vote, and it's really like majority vote. It should be like majority vote or something like that, where instead of having one singular ruler, that would be like kind of like Hashem's, compared to, let's say, Hashem's oneness being revealed as oneness, but not being revealed as many different unities, many different entities coming together as one. And the Rebbe here is saying that this union of many entities and many aspects coming as one is even higher, is a very, very high level. It relates to the level of revelation of the oneness of Hashem being revealed through, even though being seen that Hashem is still one, even though He has many actions, and even though He can do many things, He's still absolutely one, even though that's contrary to logic. We see that it would be much simpler to understand that Hashem would create, let's say, one creation, and it would be one form, and it would do one thing, and it would go along in lines of one creator, a creator who's one in every way, shape, and form. But here we see Hashem created many different things, and as we come to recognize Hashem, we can recognize that the many actions of Hashem are really all come from Him, and it's all one action. This recognition, this connection of the many to the one, the many actions to connecting it to one Hashem, is a very special thing. So this is also a little bit, and we say this is the principle of why we rule in law like many, because we see that many have gotten together. The multitude has got together to become one, and that's very precious in Hashem's eyes. So also we see, in a sense, again, It's just the concept. I'm not saying which, if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but we see there is such a concept also in the governments, that nowadays we see there is such a concept where there are many different types of people, many different types of things from different places. They all get together to be one. That's supposed to be the idea of democracy. We see that now in the modern day world, that the different governments, the different parts of the world are coming to do what they do best. China has a lot of people. They do a lot of they have a lot of manpower, a lot of factories, and they're working very well with the with the producers, or the people that would like the manufacturers, the people that want to sell the items, and and there's a lot of connectivity that's going on nowadays, specifically with in our modern world, starting from the cars and trains and going on to telephones, and it's making our very singular, very separate world, all the separate pieces of the world come together in a very unified way. These are just physical, maybe, expressions of such a concept of many things coming into one. And again, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form if any of these things are good or bad. These modern day developments that we have, it would seem to be that it's parts of the very external parts of the perfection of the world, the direction where the world's going in the future. That Hashem wants that such a concept, such an inyan should be revealed, that oneness, these many pieces coming to be one. Pashtus, we see this also. This is what we're seeing in Gashmias. Although the Iker is Beruchnis, to become one with Klal Yisrael, to have Achdus in Klal Yisrael, which is also a bechina of many aspects, could be a bechina of many aspects being one. And specifically here, he's speaking about halacha, where many rabbis get together and agree on one point. That's a very good thing. It's a very special thing, and that's why Hashem decided that the halacha should be. That's why that we paskin halacha like this. We paskin halacha according to the many, because the many get to become one. It's something very precious in Hashem's eyes. Shezei yakar me'od beinav yisbarach, hakein halacha kamosim, and therefore the halacha is like them. Gam kedei shelo harbas machlokas b'Yisrael, ki im lo ken kol yochav yom kedai tov ein lo davar sof, v'Yisrael b'machlokas b'Yisrael. And also another reason for why we paskin like the many and not like the singular people is because if we paskin like singular people, then there would be a lot of machlokas. Each one of the singular people who have their own particular ideas would be able to say, this is how I hold, and therefore I do the way I see it. And there would be a lot of machlokas in Israel, because every single Jew would probably come up with at least one opinion about what to do, and he would not have to listen to anyone else. So then everyone would be doing something different. It would cause machlokas. She'in ze ratzon yisbarach, and this is certainly not the ratzon of Hashem to have machlokas. Ki ratzonu rak b'bchinas achdus hapashut, because Hashem wants that things should be unified in one. Now, this whole piece here is very abstract. So that's why I'm saying we could see its application in a lot of different ways. The oneness and the many different parts, and how many different parts come together to be one, and how, very interestingly, how Hashem is one, and how Hashem, even though He's one, He could still do many different things. The many and the one, and the connection of the many to the one, is a very abstract idea. Ki kshenizgala b'chinas achdus hapashut lemata, gam lemala nizgal achdus hapashut yisbarach. Now, when the unity comes about below, when the simple unity comes about below, also above, achdus hapashut is revealed. Ze b'chinas b'chinas ata achad v'shimcha achad umin ka'amcha Yisrael goy echad ba'aretz. In the concept of you are one and your name is one, and who is like your nation, one nation in the land. Because through the revelation, through revealing, or through becoming one, through Klal Yisrael becoming one, then also oneness is revealed up above. So here the pasuk says three different things. It says Ata achad v'shimcha achad u'mikamcha goy Yisrael. So there's three things: you, your name, Hashem and His name, and the Jewish people. So and then the Rebbe ends off by saying that through idea Achdus Shenizgala B'Yisrael Lamata, through the unity of the Jewish people. That's how the unity of the also the revelation of the unity of above. So really, there are three. These are three bechinas. We see lichora. We see them also in there's the Zohar that we say in Kagavna before Maariv on Shabbos also speaks about this idea, the idea of Hashem Echad, Ushmo Echad, that His name and His name should be one. Him and His name being one. That the Shechina Kivyochel, she's in Galus now. She's not. It's not so much bechina of Echad, Shimcha Echad. And when Klal Yisrael does the right thing, what Klal Yisrael does, when Klal Yisrael unifies as one, Klal Yisrael also causes the Shechina to be unified as one. And the Zohar there in Kigavna explains the third level. There's us, Klal Yisrael. There's the name, which is the Shechina. There's a third level, which is Hashem, so to speak, where we say you are one and Hashem, your name is one. So the name is the revelation of the oneness of Hashem, and Ata is the oneness of Hashem itself. So the Zohar says that this is the I think the Zohar says that Hashem does not sit on the throne, which is referring to the name of Hashem, which is referring to Kisei Kavod. Hashem does not sit on the throne until the Shechina also becomes one. And when the Shechina becomes one, then the oneness of Hashem unites with the Shechina, which is one. So it's really a process. We have to become one, and we cause the Shechina to become one. And when the Shechina becomes one, then Hashem unites His oneness with the Shechina, and Hashem's oneness is revealed through the oneness of the Shechina to Klal Yisrael. It's a more complicated process. It's a little bit Kabbalistic, and it's it is very much connected to this piece here that we just learned. But if you didn't get it, so it's all right. These are very deep things. And like the Rebbe says, this is special even to Hashem. He says, where did he say this? He said this just a second ago. He said that even that this idea is even precious in Hashem's eyes. Okay, I don't see it right now, but Shezeh Yakar Ma'od Be'inav Yisbarach. That this idea of revelation of oneness of Hashem is very precious in Hashem's eyes. So it's a very, very deep opinion.